The Sunset Islands were created in the early part of the last century by dredging up the bottom of Biscayne Bay. 80 years later, crews dredged up much of the streets to deliver an infrastructure overhaul and streetscape upgrades to Islands 1 and 2.
The streets had potholes all over the place. Streets were uneven, streets weren't paved. The drainage system was antiquated. It was probably 20 or 30 years old. It just wasn't working.
Crews reconstructed the roads and installed valley gutters to convey water off the street and into a new drainage system. But the solution to the issues in this neighborhood began well before construction started and took more than shovels, backhoes, and pipes. At a cost of over $6 million, this project utilized a lot of heavy equipment. But perhaps the most important tool used on this job was a tool like this. Communication was a key component and included notifications, meetings, and a public information officer on call and accessible to all residents.
They opened up a process of direct dialogue with the homeowners association and individuals to air grievances and to get it out on the table early on so that we could all work together and and have a project that fixed the problems.
This enhanced approach is an example of one of the many ways the Office of CIP is working to step up efforts to make our neighborhoods better places.
The way that this was approached from its inception was to ensure that all the requirements for level of service were met. That is, we went the full gamut of infrastructure needs. We went for full water rehabilitation, full stormwater rehabilitation, and full roadway reconstruction.
A new philosophy pervades the capital improvement program as the city seeks to deliver well-designed and well-managed projects.
I consider Sunsets 1 and 2 to be a catalyst project for the evolvement of CIP, of how we see projects in the future. Now, construction it's a trade of uncertainty, and we do find a lot of issues as we excavate. Nevertheless, helping us understand the utilities and where they are and doing more due diligence in the process, it helps us to minimize the risk of impacts to the timeline, costs associated to delays, or change orders.
Because so much unseen work was done involving cost estimating, construction management, and value engineering, the result is an evident improvement and some happy residents.
So the second part of that question was, are we happy with what's going on? Absolutely.
For MBTV, I'm Shari Holbert-Lipner.